some cases, most mothers I'm sorry, most mothers don't teach their daughters how to treat men. They don't. The first thing they teach them is what? Get your man with money. You better cuff him up. He got money. He'll take care of you. That's not how you go about finding a man. Okay, mom, guess what? Newsflash. This just in. Don't get that crap mixed up with because you and dad didn't work. Or you and the guy you was dating didn't work. Give me some good advice. How about that? Give me some advice like, you know what, this is how you keep a man. Instead of saying, all men are dogs. Girl, get what you can and leave them. No, man, we got feelings just like y'all do. Water break. We got feelings just like y'all do. So I pretty much blame the mothers that's got these young daughters that's coming up because y'all relationships went down the hill every time. And it could have been his fault. It could have been your fault. But you don't take it out. You don't take his fault out on your kids doing. Okay, this is how you do this. You find a man, blah blah this, that, and the other. Same thing with the brothers. Look, man, if you find a good woman, make sure this is together. Make sure that's together. Same thing with the women. But women don't teach their kids that. Women teach their kids with their daughters. You know what? Be independent. And there's nothing wrong with being independent. Don't get me wrong. It's good to have your own, but don't let that be the only thing you teach your kids. It's also the father with the sons and daughters. Yeah, I just said that. You're right, Pickaboo. I just said that. I just said that. It goes both ways because God gave us two parents. He gave us a father for the strength and the structure. He gave the mother for the love and the nourishment. Simple. So you can't down a man that you had sex with and had a baby, and you said he a no good nigga. That means you a no good nigga red because you slept with him and you slept with him more than once. Y'all got 4, 5 kids together, so he couldn't been that bad of a dude. But if stuff don't go your way, now you want to throw him under the bus. Hmm. Remember the story? Y'all might not remember this, but there was a this I seen this thing on Facebook. I seen this thing on Facebook. It was a while ago, and the boy, I think I said this in PTSD. The boy was mad at his father. He was, oh my God, he was pissed at his father until he met his father. And his father told him the truth. He like, I would have never, the son telling to his father, I would have never known that you was the man you were if I would have kept listening to my mother. She told this man apart. She told us, he cheated. He left me while I was pregnant with you. He didn't pay a dime in child support. He found the father. He found the father. He was 26 when he found his father. That's not even how it happened. He said the reason why you didn't get the child support because I was giving your mama cash. No, I didn't leave your mama because I cheated. Your mama left me because I caught her cheating. That was the real reason why they didn't work out. And so they trying to call the mama. The son asking her the questions. She hung up the phone because she knows she was wrong. So don't be so quick to paint a picture of a guy that you had sex with and you call him a no good nigga. You had sex with him more than one. I can see if you had sex with him one time and y'all ain't seen each other in 40, 50 years or 30 years and the kid is grown and he don't do nothing. Then yeah, he can, okay, you know what? You're a bum. You're no good nigga. But you're no good nigga. Now you're pregnant again and you're pregnant. Now you got 3, 4 kids with this guy. So no good nigga sex must be good. Same thing with the guys. And I said this before in a couple of PTSDs, I mean, I'm sorry. You having sex with a woman get pregnant, there's a possibility unprotected. There's a possibility that kid could be yours. Don't throw her under the bus or don't. Oh, it ain't man. I already know what you out there doing. Yeah, I already know what you out there doing, but you still doing it to her what you already know. See, we don't think. We just say things. False advertisement once again. Me and my father talked so much about these things when I was a young man. Yeah, mine too. He talked he talked about his shortcomings in his relationships with my mother, and I never heard a shortcoming on my mother because women don't take accountability, bro. They don't. I'm not saying it's to bash women, but y'all crap stink just like ours do. You take a crap in the toilet, it's gonna smell just like ours will. Because we were always taught it's a man's fault. No matter what happens, it's a man's fault. He went out there and cheated on me. I just said this earlier. He went out there and cheated on me. You bogus. You hurt my feelings. You go out there and cheat on him. It was something you did that made me cheat. You didn't love me enough. You wasn't there for me. You wasn't there to talk to me. So you went and dropped your panties for a guy that listened to your conversation. No, 9 times out of 10, let's just be honest, you wanted to sleep with him anyway. That was your ticket out. It was just your ticket out. That's all it was. Not Easily Broken is a good movie. Movie. We already did the review. No, I'm just playing. Good movie reference. This with mothers falling to. I'm sorry, failing to teach their daughters. Yes, it's been going on for so long because, like I said earlier, they only teach their daughters what can you get from a man. They don't teach their daughters if you get a man, there's certain things you got to do to keep him. Because if you go astray, somebody else is going to take your place. That's what man and woman. But they don't teach their daughters that. And I hold the women, not the women, I hold the mothers responsible. Not true. You do have a lot of single women out there that's raising kids on their own that teach their kids how to survive in life. You know, get you a good man. Don't go for these ropey dope dudes. And some of the men should tell their daughters the same thing. No, don't just lay up and have babies. Cause my mother used to tell my daughters, not my daughters, my mother used to tell my sisters this all the time, and it makes so much sense. You can meet a man, he can get you pregnant, but that man can leave. You stuck with the baby. So who's the fool? If the father's still alive and know the child, and the child know the father, the child will eventually see eventually see who's the bogus one. Amen. Amen. Just like I always say, give a fool enough rope to he will give a fool enough rope to hang himself, and he will. Now you got daughters out there, you got sons out there, and you're a father. By all means, just because they get a certain age, that don't mean you can punch your father clock out and say, "Oh, I'm done." No, your fathers you leave this planet. Just like those are your kids, so they leave this planet. You show your kids the right way. I don't care if they hate you for it. I don't care if they get mad at you. You show them the right way. This is what you need to do in this life, son. Or daughter, this is what you need to do in this life. You know why? Because dad been there. I've been there. Experience is the best teacher. That's why God give us parents, because we've been there and we can teach our kids not to go there. No. Don't fall for the first man that say he love you and buy you diamonds and cars. No, men will do that just to sleep with women. They will. Men will manipulate women just to sleep with them. And then guess what? When you get that phone call and she say, "We need to talk. I'm pregnant," then he treat you like dirt. No, it ain't man. And you ain't even got to be out there sleeping with nobody else. You can just you. I'm not saying you never had sex, but you can just been sleeping with him and you pop up pregnant, but he gonna point the finger at you like, no, it ain't mine. No, it ain't mine. You better go on with that. You just hurt that woman, and you're gonna hurt that child when this child get here, because once again the child's not gonna know the father. But just because the guy say that, let me be clear about this too. Just because the guy say that, that does not give women rights to talk down about the father. No, 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 it don't work like that. Your father was this. Your father was a hoe. He was a no good dude. Your father lied too damn much. See, I'm showing you now. See what your daddy do? No, you don't do that. You do not do that. You don't. You got a lot of good men out here. You got a lot of good fathers out here, but in most cases, we're laughed at and we're stepped on. We are, because some women in this world, some women will get mad at you if you're not raising the kid the way they want you to raise them. That's just how it goes, man. Why is it like that? I don't know, because women use kids as bargaining chips. Women use kids to mess up their father's relationship with the other woman. That's what they do. And why is that? Because they can't hurt you. And everybody know a real man, his weakness is his kids. It's his kids. So both sides, the brothers and the sisters, we got a lot to learn. We got a lot to learn from each other, and we got a lot to learn about each other. We got to stop pointing the fingers and playing the blame game. And if it's your fault, just say, you know what? It's my fault too. I had a part taking this. Baby, I'm sorry I made you mad. I said this too wrong, or I did this or did that. Don't just be like, well, if you didn't make me mad, it would have never came out. No, it don't work like that. And when he said, you know what, I can't take this, I'm out of here. Then you want to go slander his name. Then you want to go slander her name. No, man. What did you do to her? What did she do to you? That's what you call being businessman. But nobody wants to fight for anything anymore. The first sign of blood, we gone. We out the door. No, nobody fights battle with anybody anymore. That's why people get married and in 6 months they divorce. That's not a good sign. And I got a news flash for the women out there and for the men. If you divorce your husband and you divorce your wife, do not throw divorce parties because when you divorce, that means you failed. Divorces are failures. It's a failure. I don't care what the news say. I don't care what the world say. A divorce is failure. It's a big failure because you failed in. I'm not gonna say you failed in life, but you failed in a part of life. Because the trick is when you get married, you're not supposed to get a divorce. That's how it goes. Till death do you part, through sickness and health. So you get a divorce, people want to run and throw divorce parties, and hey, I'm finally free. Why would you say you're finally free, but you was with him for 30 years? That don't make sense. It don't make sense. Help me understand that. So you mean to tell me y'all was married for 30, 40 years? Y'all got a divorce, and now you're happy. You stayed there that long? That's stupid. But now you want to throw a divorce party for your failure. You failed. You failed. Whoever acknowledges a divorce is a good thing. They're crazy. They're crazy. Now I'm not talking about the abusive brothers or the abusive sisters, the ones that want to fight you, beat you up, be toxic, and run your name through the mud and do this to you and do that to you and no, by all means, cut them off. But no, you don't divorce somebody if he got a pay cut in his job, but he can buy you an expensive car. You don't divorce him and go get somebody else because guess what? That's gonna follow you. Remember the movie It Follows? Same thing. It's gonna follow you. Then one day you may get married again to somebody else, and they're gonna see that result. Oh, I already know what you want. But guess what? He or she gonna divorce you before you do. Then you're gonna be sitting there looking stupid. How can he do this to me? Did you think 3 years ago when you divorced your first husband over nothing, he was doing all he could do, and you left him because you say I outgrew him? Did you think about that? Nope. You just said, you know what, I'm out of it. But what comes around goes around. It's called karma. Oh, yeah, I read that one. Yeah, we have to acknowledge our kids. If this man got babies from other women, it's that man's sworn. It's like a freaking Three Musketeer. That's that man's duty to bring those kids around each other. It's not the mother's duty, but can she do it? Yeah, she can do it. I'm not saying she can't. She can do it, but it's that man's sworn responsibility for those kids to know each other. Yes, it is. I don't care how many kids you got back, how many women. They supposed to know that's my brother, that's my sister, because they'll grow up and they won't know and have been messing around and been slept with each other. All because of your ignorance, your stupidity. I don't want to go around her. For what? I don't want to go around her, but if she offering to open her legs, guess what? You come running like a bat out of hell. So everybody's not as bad as everybody think they are. You don't have to be buddy system, but if you're raising a child together, and this child is a baby or a young baby, dude, you need to check up on your kid. You don't have to live there. Give her a break sometime. Hey, guess what, man, look, my boss called me. I ain't got to go to work for the next 2 days. If you want a break, I'll come get him, or you can bring him over here. Simple. No, oh no, I gotta hang out with the boys, man. You still in the house? No, you got to make sacrifices for especially for your kids. You got to. because a kid remember the time they spent with you than the time you bought them some Jordans or whatever these kids wearing today. I don't know. They will always remember the time. You know, when I was younger, my old man, he pretty much bought me all type of gadgets and toys and rocket ships. But guess what? I remember the times more when I was walking towards us with him when I was a kid, holding his hand, and he was telling me stuff like, "This is old, and we had this when we was my age." And remember the blocks of wood, you stacked them on each other, had the little cuts in them, and you make little homes and stuff. You're like, "Man, I had this when I was a boy." Those are the magic moments right there. Those are the magic moments. When we grow up, some of us keep the toys as the collections. Them toys is gone. But guess what? We never forget when you walk down the street on the toy store with your father, he held your hand and he was giving you a history lesson on some toys. I will never forget those days. Never. Me and my dad used to build model cars. He used to buy me the model cars, and we would just sit up all night and fix them. And mama come and say, "Ain't y'all tired?" Like, nope. Fix the cars. The cars are gone now. Them cars been gone. But guess what? That memory is still right here, as if it was yesterday. So to make a long story short, those are the things that children remember. Yes, kids like being around their parents if they're good parents. Yeah, they don't. It's a beautiful thing. I had a great childhood. I had my mother in my life and my father in my life under one roof. I couldn't ask for anything more. And I'm not bragging or trying to put somebody down that grew up in a single family home. I'm not doing that. But it's just sometimes it's just better when two work as one. I never heard them argue. I never heard them do anything but crack jokes and eat and go to church. They were a team. But to be a team like that is sacrifice. He didn't try to overstep his boundaries. She didn't try to overstep her boundaries. I'm the man of the damn house, and she, well, you ain't doing it. I ain't cooking nothing. No, we had hot plates every day, different foods every day, even if it was the same food. My mother been in the kitchen cooking. We would sit at the kitchen at the dining room table. Guess what? Pop got the first plate. It wasn't no, uh, no. My parents were old school. Pops went first. And anybody got a problem with that? That's how you raise your household. He went first. Then y'all can eat the food. He got the biggest steak. He got the biggest pork chop. He got the biggest potato. That's just how it goes in family. He worked. He paying the bills. He give my mom. He giving the money for my mother to go shopping. He gets the biggest everything. But now everything is messed up. They had a thing on Facebook. My kids eat first. No, man. The man of the house eat first. Once again, everything is out of whack. Everything is gone now. Everything. Yeah, yeah. Everybody. It was a lot of us, Angelica. Yeah, but that's just how it was. That's pretty much just how it was. And I was thankful for those days because I didn't turn out as bad. Put it that way. I'm not a saint, but I didn't turn out as bad. And a lot of women that raise these single kids, these kids didn't turn out as bad neither. So I think they pretty much know what they're doing. Sometimes they get handed the short end of the stick. Yeah, true. They are left with it's just me and the kid because the father ain't doing a damn thing. He don't even want to come see his kids. But you gotta but woe to the woman that just want the father in the kid's life to buy the kids clothes. You got them too. You got them too. They want the kid to have the best. They want to have the expensive coats and the expensive boots. And this boy is only 2 years old. Come on, really? And the father brings something. He ain't wearing this. He wearing that. You can afford it for yourself. You can afford it for him. He's a child. Do you think that kid really care about some damn Prada boots or Prada shoes? Hell no. You go get that kid some Spider Man shoes or some nice shoes. He'll play with the shoes. Take the shoes off and play with them in the house. So black man, black woman, we gotta love and respect each other. We gotta stop jumping down each other's throats. We got to keep God first in the families. We got to because any other way it's impossible for it to work. You gotta. That's what we was programmed to do. But we're going against the grain. We're going against the grain. We're selling false advertisement to people. We're selling people false dreams, false hopes. So that's what the problem is. And until we can rectify that problem and fix it, we're gonna forever be lost, whether we like it or not. So that's gonna do it for today. Thank you guys for watching. You know how it is. Please go subscribe to my YouTube channel. The link is on my page, or just paste the link and throw it up on the YouTube search engine. Bam, it'll pop right up. But this has been another episode of One on One Talk with your boy Pico. I want to thank everybody for listening. Y'all already know the routine about Facebook. If you like it, like it, comment, share. If you got something you want me to talk about, throw it in my inbox anonymously. If you got something for me to talk about, if you don't want and you want it to be seen, put it on the page. I'll talk about it the best way I know. I don't know everything, but I'll just talk about it the best way I know. The black family has hunted with an incorrect tradition at holding mothers more higher than black fathers. Not saying one is more important than the other, but yeah, you're right. But the order is messed up. Yeah, yes, it is. And you're definitely right, Marcus. But we out of time, bro. We can talk about that another time. And that's something I do want to talk about because the black family do hold mom in a higher position than father. But although the father is, by law, the father is higher than the mother. So it's kind of weird, but we'll talk about that some other time. So, like I said, like, comment, and share. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel. The link is on my Facebook page. So I see you guys probably tomorrow. If not, it'll be Friday. But if I get something to talk about, hey, I'm on tomorrow. If not, it'll probably be Friday or Saturday. So until then, this is Pico signing off from One on One Talk, saying God bless everybody and everybody enjoy the rest of their night. Peace out.